What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 21st of February. We are looking at the markets once again. Today, we're going to check out Stellar Lumens, XLM, USD would be the pair. Markets are moving. XRP cooling off a bit after a attempted breakout yesterday. So far, that has been paused. If we look at Bitcoin Cash getting a nice run to the upside here, up well over 40% from its breakout. Taking a quick look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just taking its time. We have some upper targets in the $25,000 range. Let's head back to XLM. Guys, welcome to the channel. So we had spoken about owning XLM not too long ago, and we were stopped out of that position because the markets were heading down. I believe it was this day or close to this day that we were stopped out, the 9th of February. Put in a nice double bottom and have rallied and are attempting to break out today. Finding some resistance though. Resistance is showing up at one of our levels, which is 96,400. That is that blue line you guys see on your chart, 96,400. But we did put in a new recent high today, so that is a good sign. A better thing to see would be to close above the 96,400 and then on our way up to the 10-cent level. So let's take a zoom out real quick and kind of show you what I see here for XLM moving forward. So XLM has obviously had this very sharp sell-off here. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then we started to rally. We put in a higher high right over in this time frame, which was in January. Rallied up again. Basically a similar high equal to this high over here. Pulled back. Higher low. Very important. Rallied up. Higher high. Consolidated. Double bottom. And now we are rallying. So not the most perfect higher highs and higher lows, but it does have a good look to it, like it is a bottoming pattern. And today we are attempting to break out once again. So if we could put a neckline, so if this was a perfect head and shoulders, which it's not, it would be roughly kind of right in here, give or take. So you could see this left shoulder. Here's the head, and here would be the right shoulder. And this pattern you'd be looking for a massive break to the upside, an inverted head and shoulders. It's not perfect, but it's very close, and from a visual point, looks pretty good. So a neckline would be roughly, so on our charts, if we could get rid of this yellow line, we'll zoom in here. So I have a couple levels. We have our one level at 93,015. That's this blue line on the chart. This first one here, 93.15. We broke above that yesterday. Nice green candle yesterday, up 4%. 93,015. And then today, I think today's line is more important because it's closer to our high of our right shoulder, which was, looks like 96,071. So 96,400, which is our second blue line here. I'm going to say that would be a more valid area to close above. You can see we traded above it today and we're getting pushed back down. So we have some active resistance in play right now at 5:18 in the morning on the East Coast. So we need to regain that, and it might not happen today. It might take a couple days, might be tomorrow. We'll have to see. Depends on if these markets are weak or strong today. But guys, there are cryptos and markets breaking out in almost a stealthy way across the cryptocurrency board here. So that would be 96,400, guys. That is the current resistance level for XLM. Above that is, call it 10 cents. 10 cents on the money. That's this line right here. And then we brought in a new target above the market. That would be the 10,4,600. 10,4,600. That is our white line on the chart right here. That should easily be hit, assuming this thing can hold a solid breakout. So from our breakout entry, which is roughly the 96,400, that would put the XLM up, I should say, roughly 8%. Very, very conservative, guys. But I do think that target should be hit, and it could be a potential area of resistance. If you look here, we've talked about the boxing method in the past, where we have, let me just get the correct tool here. When you have basing structures, you have a top end of a base and a bottom end of a base. So just super basic TNA here. You have the top of this box is resistance. So that would make the bottom support. Well, it got broken and it has flipped. So now if we put a box on our current pattern, which is roughly a inverted head and shoulders, we have, which is a bottoming pattern. We have let me try to get the correct tool back. We have support down here and resistance at the top. So what was once support right around that 10-cent level is now resistance. So we need to break back into that 10-cent plus range, back into this zone, and turn it into support before the price can march higher. Ultimately, we have a target up here at 13 cents. That's 131,200, 13,1,200 up in there. So we'll see. It is nice to see XLM giving it a solid shot right now. It's getting pushed back down at resistance. Very normal to see. That's what happened with XRP yesterday. XRP was breaking out and got pushed back down. So I'm sure it'll give it another shot at some point. Maybe it's today. Maybe it's in a couple days or next week. But I would think that if Bitcoin can start to rally again, these cryptos will really start to break out and potentially hold their breakouts. So guys, 10,4,600 is a target we have. Should easily be hit on a breakout. That's a 10,4, basically a 10.5 cent XLM. We also have a 13,1,200 level up in here, which would put XLM up 37%. Above that, guys, if this thing can get above that, which it should in a solid run, basically the next potential stopping area would be up in this 16 or so cent range, where we have a lower end. We have resistance at old support right around that 16.5 cent mark, or 16.7, give or take. But we have a couple battle areas first, and like I said, one of those is the 10 cent range. The next is the 13 cent range, and then it should be up to the 16 or so cent range. Today, 96,400 is resistance. We want to break. We want to close above that. Then it's 10 cents, and then it's 10.4, 600. All right, guys, that's my thoughts on XLM. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate all of the subscribers. Guys, if you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell for all notifications so you can be notified when we put out these videos. And I'll catch you guys in another video. Take care.